Welcome. Happy Friday to you. I hope that you're doing well. You have joined me. I am Stephen Smith. This is a Get to Know broadcast. Tonight was a Get to Know Emmanuel Lavery, and I was really hoping that he would be able to be here, but I know that I talked to him earlier, and they didn't have any power. He lives in London, England, and so the problem is that I haven't been able to reach him, so I'm sure that there's something going on with him, so he's not going to be able to be joining us this evening is the way I'm seeing it now. I do not see a message back from him, and so I hope that he's okay. Probably doesn't have the power back on, but hopefully that will happen soon. So I have plan B. And I just say welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me. This is the LWN Get to Know broadcast. You are watching the live streaming network here for LWN Live with Nature. And this is my Get to Know broadcast. I've done several of these broadcasts in the past. And I just normally have someone on, have a guest, but that's okay. And what I like to do with that is I like to bring on interesting people and people that are making a difference and a positive impact in our communities. And that's what I do. I love to get to know these people. I want you to get to know them. They are dynamic individuals. I've had some really great get to know broadcasts in the past. Just on Wednesday night, I introduced Rachel Johnson, who is the admin for Our Life Begins When You Start Living, Inspire People Who Inspire Others group. That's a Facebook group. And then she's also helping me out from the standpoint of administrative assistance with the LWN in our corporate meetings. And so she's been giving me a lot of assistance. Emmanuel, he is such a dynamic guy, and I'm just so blessed to be able to have him as part of our team. Very super dynamic guy, a really nice guy as well, and I'm really looking forward. I was hoping that he was going to be able to be here, but apparently he's not able to. Certain that it has something to do with not having any power there, so you can't charge any phones or use the computer or any of that stuff. So that's probably what happened. So I'm just going to use this opportunity to get to know maybe me and really get to know LWN Live with Nature. Now, Manny is our director of sales and marketing, as well as he is our IT guru. He has done a fabulous job with putting together, I think, a wonderful website. That's www.lwnfoundation.org. And I'm really pleased at what he has done. And bottom line is, I'm just blessed. He's been doing this all at his own expense. You know, the foundation doesn't have any money yet. We're working on doing that. We're in the process of filing for 501c3. And so people will be able to donate, and it's a tax deduction. And that's a beautiful thing. But what I want to talk about is the Get to Know broadcast. I've got some really great people coming. I wish Manny was here, as I had said. I apologize about that. We'll make sure to bring him back on as soon as I possibly can. But I want you to know that the other night we did Rachel Johnson. In the past, we've done some very dynamic people like Jamie D. D'Amico of Cool Today here in Sarasota, Florida. It's an air conditioning and plumbing company, and he owns it and is the president. He also sponsors the local spring training center down in Northport, Florida, and it is just the most beautiful stadium I've ever been in. And he's a very family-oriented person, and I was blessed by him to come on over to the house, and he talked to me. We've had Tim Ray, Shannon McVeigh of Awaken Atlanta, and I want to tell you about who's going to be coming, and that's the important factor. I've got, of course, we'll bring back Emmanuel, but Tucker Bearden, he had already told me that he'd do it. I just haven't touched base with him. Super dynamic guy, a person that just steps outside the box with respect to autism and shows us how it's done. Doesn't matter what people stereotype him as. He's actually the protege for the Zig Ziglar Foundation. So I'm looking forward to him. Now, another super dynamic get to know that's coming up very soon. I just have to put the dates on these ones here. I've talked to these people and it's going to happen, is Dr. Jenny Wilkins. And she is absolutely phenomenal. Clinical naturopath of the year last year. We're going to be coordinating with her. She's going to be helping us with respect to our health and wellness. And the beautiful part is now I have a doctor that's going to help me get healthy too. So we'll all just get healthy together because, you know, I've been doing stuff. I mean, I'm busy with my day job, but you know, I want to take it to the next step. I do a little bit of bike riding, but you know, I put a little bit of weight on down here. I just need to get rid of that. And so we're going to do that. We're going to eat healthy. We're going to do all the things that I talk about doing with respect to taking care of our bodies, because we need to take care of our bodies, because if we don't, you know, we're not going to be any good for anybody. And so taking care of our bodies is a really important factor. And I'm going to be doing that to get myself in better health and better shape. And so I'm really looking forward to that as well. So look for Dr. Jenny Wilkins. This is going to be super exciting. I've got Ken Swampy Glade as well, Skip Thomas. They both are involved with the Chemo Buddies for Life. I was involved with them, that organization, for the fundraiser on December 3rd. I'm writing a blog about that right now. That was a very exciting journey. Skip is a real outdoors type of person, let's just get this right. Kent Swampy Glade is a super outdoors guy, but so is Skip. Skip is an award-winning film producer. It's going to be awesome. Carolyn Brown, also with the Chemo Buddies for Life. We're talking about a dynamic person that has overcome some serious adversity in her life, and she'll be sharing with us as well. I've got Joshua Berglund, Gratitude Unfiltered. Been watching him for a minute. He's going to be with us here soon. These are all people that are planned over about the next month and a half. And so last but not least, Kevin Rouse, local gentleman here, first responder. Haven't talked to him yet today. He was up there in Tampa on behalf of first responders, talking about getting the health care that our first responders deserve and aren't getting. And so I can't wait to have him. He is a local friend. I've met him personally. We have a great connection. So I'm really looking forward to bringing him on as well. And I'll just back up for a second. Emmanuel Lavery was supposed to be here tonight, but I did talk to him earlier today, and the power line had been cut. And so they had no power. So I'm pretty sure he still has no power. Therefore, he doesn't have a phone charge. Therefore, he doesn't have his computer running either. So we'll have to get back with him. I just want to let you know we got several things coming up. So this is kind of get to know LWN Foundation, the Live with Nature. So we were going to get to know Emmanuel Lavery. That would have really been nice, but we'll do it again. I did do a broadcast with him previously. That will happen. It will happen. It'll happen in the future. It's just a matter of timing. Now, you know, I will ask you, I put a banner up here about donating. You know, we are trying to raise funds so that we can do the things that we want to do. I want to tell you about some of the things that we are doing. We're going to be having a photo contest, and it's going to be designed for our calendar. We're going to have a 2021 calendar of the best pictures that we can possibly find, and you can donate a picture to our website. We're working on putting the final touches on that right now. And if you can find it in your heart to help us with that, that'll help to cover some of our costs. And you know, I really appreciate you guys taking time to come and listen to this. All right. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to tell you about opening a homeless shelter. This is something that I came up with just recently. It's really something that I've been thinking about for a very long time now, because it comes from a personal, really close to my heart situation. And that is that, yes, in fact, I was homeless at one point in time in my life. I had made some pretty poor choices. Well, as a result of those poor choices, I ended up homeless. And I came out of the woods. I decided to get back into society, and I knew that I was going to be an asset to the community. And what I did was I decided that I wanted to be an asset. I wanted to be a part of the community and help people. And so I came up with the idea that what we'll do is this. By the end of the year, I want to be able to raise enough money that we can open a homeless shelter right here in Sarasota. Well, that's just the beginning, because we're going to just stretch across the world as we move forward. But, you know, the people in this town right here, as much money as there is in this town, because it's a worldwide destination, Sarasota is. But there's a lot of homeless people out there, and I was one of them. And although there's some resources, there's certainly the Salvation Army, and they played a big role in helping me, as well as the recovery center, because I was making poor choices. I was drinking and driving, and that was a stupid mistake back in 2010. And that's what took me homeless. But I went through the local recovery center here too, and First Step. And so they help people get their life back. And that's what I'm going to do. It is now my turn to help other people, to give them a hand up, to help them step back into life. And so this homeless shelter will give a person a place to stay. Right now, you have to pay $15 a night to go to stay at the Salvation Army. Well, if you're homeless, boy, that's going to be a tough go of that. Then you're going to have to do something, you know, and it's hard to get a job when you're homeless. Nobody will hire you. People would tend to be afraid of you. There's a stigma that goes along with it. But you know what? These are some good people out there that just fell on some serious hard times or made choices that got them into a bad spot. Now, those people that want to help themselves and get out of that dump that they're in, which is the darkness of having to just wander the streets, hopefully being able to make some money, hold a sign, you know, I did. We'll work for money, you know. But some of them just want you to give the money. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give these guys an opportunity to have a roof over their head, get some counseling, get medications. It's going to be full service, and we're going to help people. But I need your help too, to help me and help them. And that's the whole thing, is that it's all about helping people, and there's just nothing better than actually making a difference in someone's life. If we can save one person's life, I'm going to be happy. That's, you know, bottom line. So what we're also going to do is we're going to focus on suicide awareness. Suicide awareness, but gosh, I got to put a slash and say prevention. Because particularly so many people are really down on life. They're down on themselves. They're unhappy. Yeah, here, I was one of them. I went to sleep every night thinking, oh God, I'm so terrible. It really sucks. Life sucks. I don't want to be here. I wish I was dead. That's kind of what I said to myself. And it's like, what? It's hard for me to grasp that now, because you know what? I don't want to die. I want to live, and I want to live well, and I want to help as many people as I possibly can. And so there's people out there that are at their bitter end, particularly people that might be, you know, addicted to drugs or alcohol. So they're not thinking with their clear mind in the first place. And so then what is alcohol? A depressant. No wonder it makes you unhappy. So I want to give these people an opportunity to know that there is hope, know that there is an answer, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I am the example of the fact that you can feel all those things, experience all that stuff, but you can come out of it, and you can actually go about life and enjoy it. And so my job, my passion, my purpose is to serve other people through the LWNLiveWithNature Foundation and get healing through nature, because it helped me. I mean, I was living in the woods, but regardless, I love being outside. It's proven scientific fact it's good for you. Get out, take a walk. It's the best thing in the universe a person can do. It gives you time to think about what's going on, sort things out, calm down, enjoy, you know, the scenery, the wildlife. and just get back to center. And so nature had a big role in me being centered. And so because I was centered, I started, and I wasn't drinking or doing drugs anymore. I got my a sober mind back. But then what I had to do is I had to actually take action. And so I did. I took action, and I started about a process. I have a routine. My routine became my videos, Alive with Nature, Sunrise Daybreakers Tribe broadcast, Wake Up with the Sun, Welcome in a Brand New Day, Connect to Nature, Connect to Source, Connect to the Community. And so that's what I do. Mondays, I have Affirmation Monday. And so we repeat affirmations in a guided meditation, affirming our truths. Tuesday, we talk about empowerment. We talk about taking action, empowering ourselves, well, and believing in ourselves and knowing that we can do it. Wednesdays is Health and Wellness Wednesdays. And that's the big picture of us. We are about the health and wellness. That's why I said earlier, I'm going to get myself as healthy as I possibly can. I want to be around here as long as I can, so I can help a lot of people. So we've got these theme days. I do that in the mornings. It's about 6:45. And then I've been doing for probably well over a year, occasionally these get to know broadcasts. And so, like I said earlier, we've got some great people that are making a positive impact on their communities coming our way. We had Rachel Johnson the other night. She works with us. We're going to have Emmanuel. He isn't able to make it tonight because they probably have no power. We're going to be we've had people like Jamie D. D'Amico. I've had all kinds of other people. And I didn't write all their names down, and I apologize that I'm not remembering your name right this second, but, just some awesome people. Tim Ray, Shannon McVeigh, Awaken Atlanta. So many other dynamic people. Trenton Samuel, going to be on his broadcast. He's got a Zoom coming up. I'm going to be with him in a little bit. But, and Mike Chavez, Live Masters, and that's really where it all started for me, doing videos. So I want you to know that you can join me in the morning, 6:45. You can catch me on these get to knows. I'm scheduling them at this point, one a week, preferably like Wednesdays, is what I was thinking. Today's Friday. I did Rachel last Wednesday. I'm going to probably try and focus on Wednesdays. Next one, if we can make it happen. I just met with her 2 days ago, Dr. Jenny Wilkins, a local naturopath doctor right here in town, all about health and wellness, all about the higher power, all about helping people, all about getting as good as we can with what we got. She's going to be here. She's going to be a big contributor. I can already feel that. It's going to be really awesome. And she's the clinical aspect, because it's not just going to be me talking and the recovery information I learned and my life experience stuff. We're going to actually have licensed clinical professionals that are going to help us as well. You can find all of this actually on our website. And our website is lwnfoundation.org. You can help us to achieve our goals by donating to the LWN Foundation. We've got some great things coming. We're going to help a lot of people, help us to achieve our goal. We need your help. But the bottom line is, I really appreciate everybody that takes time to come and join me. I really do. I'm excited about the upcoming Get to Know broadcast. It always seems like sometimes having issues and connecting with people. It happens, but that's okay. I'll have something else ready to go. We'll get to know maybe what's going on with us here at LWN Live with Nature Foundation. We're in the building stage right now. I think that's pretty much it. I had a little bit more, obviously, if Manny was going to be with us, but he hasn't been able to make it this evening. Like I said, he probably has no power. I want you to join me. I will be back, in fact, on Monday morning, 6:45 a.m. Lately as well, let me just take a look at this too. I see that there's comments, and I do want to go to some of these comments. Okay, Rachel Johnson is with us. Let's just do that, because that's always important to me, is to shout out the people that came here. Rachel Johnson, we just talked to her on Wednesday. That was such a great show. Okay. Kimberly Helena Cohen Davis. Okay. Hello. And Christina Scullin. Hello. Thank you, everybody. I'll go ahead and I'll put some of these comments up. Rachel, we certainly appreciate you. Christina, Kimberly, we love you. Bottom line I said that twice. Okay, is that I'll be back on Monday. I hope to have Dr. Jenny here with us maybe next Wednesday. Let's see. I got to check with her schedule. She's a very, very busy person. But what I want you to know is that I really appreciate you. You count to me. I guess Christina had to go, but that's okay. She can catch the replay. That's the beautiful part about it. And, I am doing well. Thanks for asking, Rachel. I'm really doing well. It's been a good day for me. I just know that, I have a purpose. I love my life. And by the way, it is Love Fridays, and it's just the best feeling in the universe to be able to share the information that I do share with you. Go check out our website, www.LWN We're there. We're there for you. It's all about the healing through nature. That's what we provide in many different ways, and we want you to be a part of that Sunrise Daybreakers tribe. We really certainly do. I see that there's another comment here. Let's just go. Rachel shared this out. If you happen to be watching this on the replay, please do share this out. We appreciate that. In the meantime, you have a great weekend. It is Friday. Let's make the most of it. Now I do a routine. It doesn't matter what day it is. It does not. Tomorrow I'll be up early. And this is what I do. I get up early, about 3 or 4 o'clock. I say a prayer of gratitude. Then I listen to positive information. I start repeating affirmations. I listen to spiritual, motivational, or inspirational videos. I do a sunrise broadcast. We welcome in a brand new day. And then I go off to work, and then I come home and I try and catch up on all of this. And I'm looking forward to the day that I can just fully focus all my attention here. And I appreciate you bearing with me in the meantime. I always like to end in a prayer, and so that's in fact what I will do. I want to talk a little bit about this just prior to me doing this prayer. I think it's 4 times now I've been on the Facing Your Fears show, radio show with Norma Chapman. I want to thank Norma Chapman, bless her, as well as Pastor Smith out of Tampa. Norma, by the way, is out of New Orleans, and she does a regular radio show, and I've just been blessed that she has brought me on like 4 times now. And what we've been talking about is renewing our minds. And every day is an opportunity to learn and to grow. And so I keep my mind open anymore instead of being narrow-minded and set in my ways. I have to open my mind so that there's a possibility that I can learn something, and I do. And as a result, it's an opportunity for me to do a little bit more studying in the Bible. I'm going to refer here actually to Ephesians. It's about renewing our minds. It's about releasing the past, which you've heard me say. If you've seen me talk before, you have to release the past, forgive yourself, start loving yourself so that you can then love other people. It's not about wearing that mask, because I did that too. Let go of the mask. Know that you're forgiven through Jesus Christ. If you don't believe in my Jesus Christ, that's okay. Just know that I forgive you. It doesn't matter. I do. It doesn't matter what we've done. Let that go. Live in the present moment. We cannot conform to what this world and all this stuff is going on, because we are not really of this world. Okay, we are all children of God in my eyes. I'm a child of God, and I was built to serve, and that's what I'm doing. And So when I do the next couple statements, this is what happens, and this is what's been happening. I do end up, because I've released the past and forgiven myself and not consumed myself with what society might have to offer, which back in the day was the drugs and the alcohol and the copping out and all of that. And there's so many other tempting things that are out there. We need to let that go. So I'm in Ephesians 4, verse 22. We were taught with regard to our former way of life to put off our old self, which is being corrupted by deceitful desires, to be made new at the attitude of our minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. You know, if you don't believe in my God or my Jesus, that's okay. But I'm telling you, you should believe in a higher power, something that created everything that is. I also refer to God as the creative consciousness, or the causation behind everything that is. He made a beautiful world out there. I love nature. That's what this is about. It's about nature. And it's healing is what it is. And so I give the glory to God, the creative thought behind everything. Everything starts with a thought. Everything starts right here. And then you have that thought, and you need to make an intention, and then you need to take action on that intention and make whatever you want to have happen. Write it down, make a gratitude list, know that you can achieve your dreams, but you have to believe it, you have to visualize it, and own it. And sooner or later, it'll come. Just like me sitting here. That came as a result. And when it comes, it's going to come way bigger than you expected. That's what's happened with me. All right, thank you for joining. I'm going to end in a prayer. Dear Lord, thank you so very much for today. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to share the information that I just did. I just ask that you would be with all of us. I know that there's a lot of people suffering right now, particularly in Australia, particularly in Iran, particularly even right here in America, and all over the world, people are suffering for various different reasons, for addictions, for broken relationships, for ill health, for the loss of their loved ones. Lord, I just ask that you'd be with all of us today, right here, right now, and allow us to be able to overcome our sadness, to overcome the barriers that have been holding us back, to break through and get to the light, and allow us to be able to be the best selves that we are meant to be. And I release these words in Jesus' name, and I say amen. I say namaste. I say namaskar. I want you to have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me. This is Stephen Smith, and I'll be signing off from Sarasota, Florida. Look forward to seeing Manny soon. Not sure when that will be, but we'll coordinate it, because I want to introduce my executive staff to you. By the way, Kimberly is joining our team, and so she'll be helping us out as well. I'm very excited about that. If she chooses to, then we'll have her on the Get to Know as well. But remember, we've got Tucker Bearden coming up. We've got Dr. Jenny Wilkins. That's huge. I'm telling you. Oh, I didn't even. Okay, I'll let the cat out of the bag. All right, whoever's still watching, you get the inside tip. The replay viewers, if you watched all the way through, here you go. Dr. Jenny Wilkins is actually exceptional. Huge. Is going to help us with our health and wellness. Yeah. Dan Dotson, Storage Wars. He's the auctioneer with his wife, Laura. Pay the lady. If you've ever seen Storage Wars, Dan Dotson, the auctioneer, he's going to be on my Get to Know. We're going to have a really special deal coming up on that. We're also going to have Gunter Nezhoda. Well, he's from Storage Wars as well. He's going to be on our show. He is such a super dynamic guy. These guys are going to help us learn how to take a buck and make it maybe $20, maybe $1,000 for a buck. Who knows? These guys are experts at being able to take something and make some money. And that's what I'm going to do, is share how they do this stuff, and they're making a positive impact. These are good guys. They make a really positive impact in their communities, and so I can't wait to introduce those guys to you. It's going to be awesome. I got great people coming up. Please join me. We'll see you then. In the meantime, have an exceptional weekend. Take care. We'll see you soon.